So the first thing I'm going to do is fill in my eyebrows. I'm just using an Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I'm going to take the spoolie side and start to brush my hair up in my eyebrows. And then I'm going to start filling them in by lining the bottom of my eyebrow first, and then start to line the top of my eyebrow. I do have pretty natural thick eyebrows, so I'm really just trying to make them a little darker and more prominent. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to both eyebrows. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line the outside of my eyebrows with some concealer just to give them a cleaner, better shape. So I'm just taking a little bit of concealer and putting it on the back of my hand, and then just taking a flat concealer brush and carving the outline of my eyebrow. This just makes your eyebrows a little more defined and cleans up any eyebrow product that you might have got like on your skin that you didn't want anymore. And so I'm just going to go ahead and also do that to both sides of my eyebrows. And it also leaves a little concealer on your eye, which is good for priming the eyelid for the eyeshadow. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start to put foundation on my skin. This color is a little off because I'm not as tan anymore due to quarantine, but we're just doing what we can with what we have. So as you can see, I just put some on my cheeks, my chin, my nose, and my forehead. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my damp beauty sponge and just start to blend that all on my face. You can use a brush if you don't have a sponge. I just personally have a sponge, so that's what I'm going to be using. Now that I have foundation on my skin, I'm going to go ahead and just take a lighter shade of concealer and go ahead and start by putting that under my eyes, a little down my nose, on my forehead, and some of my chin. The concealer is just going to help brighten up some areas on your face so that when you do a little contour, it is going to highlight under your eyes, your nose, and your forehead and chin. I don't like to put a lot personally, so now I'm just going to go ahead and blend it all in. Now that the concealer is all blended in, I'm going to go ahead and just take some loose setting powder, and I'm going to start by applying that under my eyes. And then I'm going to also put some on the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead. And I don't really like to let it set for too long, so I'm just going to go ahead and use a brush and wipe it all away. I also like to put a little bit on my eyelids just to prime them for the eyeshadow.
Boy, you had it from the start. Played the game, you played your part. Heavy hearts and cautious dreams. Hate and clouds to make believe. Boy, you had it from the start. Had my head, you had my heart.
Now I'm going to go ahead and just take a bigger brush and use the same setting powder and just apply that all over my face. This is just going to give a good base for the rest of our makeup so that it doesn't stick to our skin, and you can apply the bronzer. So now I'm going to just grab the bronzer, and I'm going to start by carving out my cheeks. I'm not really going for a super contoured look, just more of a bronzy natural look. So I'm just gonna apply the bronzer on both sides of my cheeks, just right below your cheekbone, and then I'm going to also go ahead and put that on my forehead and bring it down to the sides and knead it at the top of where I first applied the bronzer. And then I'm also going to go ahead and put some on my jawline and my chin area just to give them a little more color. Next, I'm going to go ahead and apply some blush just to give my cheeks a little color. So I'm going to be applying it on the apples of my cheek, and I'm just going to make a smile, and then the apples of your cheeks will be more prominent. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on both cheeks, and I'm going a little heavy-handed just to give it a more rosy look. And then I'm going to also go ahead and apply this a little bit on my nose just to give it a little sunburn look. I'm going to be taking some highlight powder and applying that on the high points of my face. So I'm going to start by putting it on the top of my cheekbone, and I'm using kind of a lot just to be more dramatic. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on both cheekbones, and then I'm also going to put some on the bridge of my nose, and then after that I'm going to put some above my eyebrow and connect it back down to the top of my cheekbone just to really give it an extra glowy, shiny look. Once the highlight is applied, I'm going to go in with a colored brow gel and just set my eyebrows so that they don't move. I'm going to be using a colored one, and then I'm going to go in with a clear gel as well, and I'm just going to be brushing the hair up.
Set it up, keep rolling, rolling, drop it, baby, drop it like a starter. Set it up, keep rolling, rolling, drop it, baby, drop it like a starter.
Next, I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow. I'm just taking a bronze palette that I happen to have and taking a fluffy brush and putting a brown color into the crease of my eyelid. This look is going to be just really simple. It's literally 2 steps, so it's pretty easy to follow. So like I said, I'm just putting a brown bronzer colored eyeshadow into the crease of my lid, and then I'm going to be taking a glitter shadow and just applying it with my finger. Next, I'm gonna start by curling my eyelashes, and no need or way do you need to do this. I just prefer to curl my lashes before I put mascara on. So I'm gonna start by curling both my eyelashes and then applying mascara to both the tops and bottom of my lashes. next, I'm just applying some lip gloss on. All I had was this nude color. I was going to be using a red, but I couldn't find one. So I'm just using this and then applying a little bit more lip gloss on top. The last thing I'm going to be doing is putting on these fake freckles. And I'm just going to be using the eyebrow pencil, which is like a light brown. So I'm just placing the pencil side on my face and then twisting until it leaves a little brown dot. I'm not putting them in any specific order, just kind of putting them wherever I want. You don't have to do this step. I just thought it was fun, so I went ahead and added it.
Set it up, keep rolling, rolling, drop it, baby, drop